Hey guys, RainbowUltra here. I wanted to throw a video on my YouTube just for those people. I see quite a few people like, who's that? Like, because there's two separate groups of people in like the Reddit slash Discord, the AE community. The people who know who I am, the people who don't. The newer players probably haven't heard much of me, and they're confused when there's like a negative connotation, jokes, whatever being thrown about with the RainbowUltra name. I wanted to go ahead and just make this video just to make it clear for them, get my side of the story out there. So pretty much in March of 2024, I believe it was around March, maybe late February, Atlas Earth released Canada. It was their first country. I was super big into the game. I'll admit I was addicted. I still am addicted. I like the game. What can I say? A hardcore gamer. When I do game, I like to like literally study. My wife hates me. Pretty much anything I get into, I pick it apart like into pieces. The guys that know me best in the Discord groups, they know this, they understand this because a lot of them are the same way. So that's kind of how all this started. I started playing the game in 2023, I believe, around like June, my first account. And I played up until I don't know, probably had like 8,000. Not no, I had about 11,000 lands when it all came when I got banned. So that's why you're probably here watching this. You want to know how it is I got banned. What the story is behind it. So pretty much in March of 2023, I started playing the game. I developed a liking for it. Got super big into the mini games. I like one of the first mini games ever was Racer. It started very soon after I started playing. I remember I was like, "What the heck is this?" Like I kept losing, just like everybody else. But I like studied it. I'm kind of like I'm talking about like taking video and just like dissecting when I'm punching. Just pretty much that's just the way I am when it comes to stuff like that. But anyways, I'll fast forward through all that. I was super into the game. They released Canada in around March of 2024 this year. And I made the very stupid decision, hindsight's 2020, of spoofing to Canada. Now, I really wanted Canada. Why did I spoof there? What, like, that's stupid, right? Like someone who has like 11,000 parcels, like you're a complete retard. Yeah, I was. To me, like you gotta realize, guys, I don't cash out. A lot of people, and this is my short sight. I think a lot of the reason why I did what I did. To me, this is another. I've come up. I play a lot of games, guys. I've played a lot of games. I'm 35 years old. I love mobile games. I always have one that I'm addicted to. And this, to me, this is no different than any of the other games I played. I've dumped thousands into any games that I've played. I like mobile games. I like having something in my pocket that I can, be addicted to. Really. So I didn't like see this as an investment. I didn't see it as something serious. Like I play Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is one of those games. If anybody watching this has ever played Pokemon Go, this game has a lot of similarities to Pokemon Go. I guess maybe that's one of the reasons I coupled the two together. Pokemon Go, if you are playing Pokemon Go on a competitive level, especially someone like me that lives in BFE, Arkansas. I live in Arkansas, by the way. There, it's very difficult to progress in that game without spoofing. And Niantic, Pokemon, the people that own Pokemon Go, they never really did much to like. It's like they didn't really care. And like almost every user does it. At least that's my understanding. Like there's tons of videos on YouTube how to spoof Pokemon Go. That's how you have to get. There's a lot of like exclusive Pokemon in the game that you can only get in certain places. So it's just kind of a known thing. People spoof on there. Well, I never really looked much into that. I'm not making excuses for myself, by the way, guys. We'll get to that part. So, anyways, I was like, well, what can I just use an old Pokemon Go spoofer and save myself? Like I wasn't dumb. I didn't like. I know people don't. I knew people didn't spoof in this game near as much, if at all. I knew people had in the past. That as Pokemon Go. So I didn't like tell anybody. Like I was pretty active in the Discord. I was more active back then than I am now in the Discord servers, and I knew better than to tell them. So I like made up stories. That's the part that I was most ashamed of, really. But it kind of went with it. Like I had to make it make sense, and I wasn't ready to tell everybody because who know in this game, especially in Atlas Earth, there's a lot of like jealous people because when you take a mayorship, like there's only one person that can hold a mayorship, a governorship, country, whatever. So people who can't be that, especially if you took it from them, like they're gonna hate your guts. So there's always that, and in Pokemon Go, it's not really that way. So I think maybe people didn't care as much. But anyways, so I spoofed. I made the decision to spoof to Canada. I'll rewind a little bit here, guys, real quick. Bear with me. It's a decent sized story. I'm trying to be quick. So the very first time I ever spoofed, it was just like months before. I really didn't even think about the idea of it beforehand. Like I hadn't really gotten into taking other places. Like right now, I'm pretty known for like taking all over the countries and stuff, right? But back then it wasn't that way. Like I had Tennessee in my first account, and I had Arkansas, had Louisiana. Notice all these are like neighboring. So like I was just driving around, and then it all started. And I mentioned this in one of the videos that I had taken down in the past, guys. I'll get to that in a minute too. Why I took down my past videos. But I mentioned the spark of what made me think about spoofing. In October of 2023, I went on vacation to Los Angeles with my family. We went to Disney World. Disneyland. And I had quite a bit of Atlas bucks saved up. I took Anaheim, and I remember driving through Los Angeles and seeing that on my phone and being like, holy crap, 1,200 Atlas bucks, like for such a big city. Los Angeles is huge, guys. Like one of the top, like four, it's like the fourth biggest city in the nation. If y'all know anything about Atlas Earth, it's smarter to take places that there's a lot big, especially back then, there were no counties and stuff. It's smarter to take those, the larger the better, the more population, the better, you'll get more badge income. And I just remember being like, dang, like I really want this, but I wasn't quite ready to drop that kind of money while we're there. Plus my wife was there. I'm not, I just wanted to wait a little bit and spend some time with my family. And I was like, you know what, I'll fly back here. And so that's what I really wanted LA. And it like started making me look at California and all that good stuff. So fast forward a little bit, I got to thinking, my wheels turning, and I was like, man, I used to spoof them. Like when I'm playing Pokemon Go, I wonder if that Pogo Spoofer app will work on Atlas Earth. I knew it was a no-no, but I was like, I'll just try it out. So first off, when I downloaded it, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work properly like it did, and I almost gave up right there. But I was like, you know what? I remember in a different game I was playing, if I tweaked it, I'm not going to say what I did exactly, just for security reasons. I'm surely they patched it by now, because I did tell the team about this Atlas Earth after I got banned, because they were asking me how I got around their spoofing prevention. It's super simple. It's just something like super basic. You go into the settings and tweak like a little, and then I was in, and I was like, oh, well, this is cool. So I literally just like joystick on the. I walked to Los Angeles, and I took it, and I was like, I will say I did test this out on I just started like a random account on one of my kids. My kids have phones too. On my 8-year-old's phone, I started a random Atlas Earth account, and I tested on there just to see if it worked. That's where I got it working, and just like an account with like literally 0 lands. I just started it just for that, and I was like, okay, this works. And I waited like a month, I think, or so. And that account never got banned. Like nothing ever happened. So I was like, well, screw it. I'll just do it on my main. So out of laziness and just time, money, save all the money, I was like, I'll just try it. So I did. I spoofed over to Los Angeles, and I took Los Angeles. I think I dropped like 2,000 Atlas bucks, 2,000 lands, sorry, in Los Angeles. I took the mayorship of Los Angeles. And then I want to say a few weeks after that, I wasn't like thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to do this from now on. I was like, well, that's cool. It works. Like, whatever. It wasn't really a big deal to me. Like I said, but like I touched on previously, like games, I never cashed out in this game. Like maybe once, like before, like just to test to see if it worked out. Like I don't plan on cashing out in this game. It's fun. It's fun for me. I like it. So I didn't really take it that seriously. So in my eyes, I'm not like, ooh, I'm ripping this guy off. Like, to be completely honest and fair with you guys, anywhere I did spoof, and I spoofed 3 places. I'll get to those and the other 2 in just a minute. You all already know Canada's one. Any of those places I took, I would have flown. And I think y'all can believe me more now, so when I say that, than my last video that I said that in that I deleted, because I've pretty much shown you guys, like when I want something, I'm gonna go take it. Like if I'm looking at something and I'm like, hey, that's a good deal, I'm going to go take it. Like, yeah, especially now after I got banned and all that stuff, learned my lesson. I'm fly there. I've more than proven that. There's all kinds of videos. There's videos on this YouTube. There's videos on Reddit. Pretty much anybody in the Discords will pretty much be able, if you don't know how to find them, ask them or me. They'll show you. I took videos in London just because I knew that it was questioned and I wanted to be respectful at that point. Where was I? Yeah, so anyways, if I hurt anybody at this point, it was the owner of LA. I'm pretty sure it's still the same guy. So I apologize to you, bro. But like I said, it was weeks. Within weeks, I would have flown out there and taken it anyway. Like I really wanted it. I would have done it. Like I said, I've beyond proven the fact that like I'm not just a talker. Like I will go take something. I'm not scared to jump on a plane. More so than anybody else in this game that I know of. And I think anybody watching this video can agree with that. So, a couple weeks after, I mentioned that I had held Louisiana on my first account. It's literally a neighboring state to Arkansas. I previously had drove down to Shreveport, just kind of stuck my toes in and took Shreveport. It wasn't really a good decision. I didn't really care for Shreveport. Didn't really make that much Atlas bucks. But anyways, the previous owner, his name was Nabal, I believe is how you pronounce it. He took it back and he like by like 100 or something. And I saw that, and I was like, dang. I could have, maybe dropped an hour or so, an hour, 2 hours to drive back into Shreveport and drop more into Shreveport, or I could have flown into not Los Angeles, sorry, what's the big New Orleans? So it's like if I'm gonna go dump more and get my governorship back, might as well go to like a decent sized city and like make it worth it. So I did. I spoofed into New Orleans, and I dropped like 700 there. I overtook that guy by like 20 or something. I think maybe he was inactive, the mayor at the time, so I don't think he cared at all. But I did take the governorship back from the ball by spoofing, and I shouldn't have done that, obviously. Just telling you guys what happened, and then again, never touched it again. Perfectly fine. Months go by, guys. And then here's the release of Canada in March. So this is where things caught up with me. So I made the decision, and I like cooked up these stories. Again, I didn't do it because I'm a pathological liar and I love lying. I wanted to go take it because new country is super exciting, right? Like I told y'all, I'm like super into games. So I was like, why pay for a ticket and stuff at this point? I might as well just spoof out there. So I told the guys in Discord that I had like booked a plane or something because I had to because they're going to see me in the feed in Canada. I go out there, and I think I dropped like 1,700 in Canada. I can't remember, 1,400, nothing crazy, maybe 1,900 plots of land, and I took Canada. Now, didn't think anything of it, right? A couple days later, I log into my game, and I see this pop up, and it's like the same pop up as the spoof, like where the guy's holding up the sign, like warning, whatever. Except it wasn't a warning. It literally said, I wish I still had the screenshot. I'd show it to you guys. I was like so out of it at that time. I was like, what? Anyways, it literally said, it was like a custom one. It said, you're being banned. Like, you're going to be banned. Just so you know. But if you want to come talk to us about it, we'd like to follow up with some things. And I was like, I saw that, and like, all of a sudden I feel really stupid. I'm like, I knew I was playing with fire, but at this point I still didn't grasp the concept. I'm like, dang it, I lost my account. Like, I would have been fine if they had banned me. I wouldn't have blamed them, honestly. Like, it's within the terms. I was being stupid. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I didn't know it wasn't. I compare it to Pokemon Go a lot because to me that is what it is. I didn't really put a ton of thought into it. And I knew that this community would be a little bit more mad than like a Pokemon Go community because they don't care. But did I know they were going to be this mad? Absolutely not. Wow. It is almost a year later, and I'm still absolutely murderously hated. I've gotten death threats, guys. I have had to block people from my business pages. My wife was like so mad at me because she was like, Cody, this is affecting our business. Like, this is ridiculous. And I was like, well, I mean, how the heck was I supposed to know these people would be like I'm literally would go and just like spam stuff on my page. Like, this guy is an immoral, whatever. He's a thief and and I'm just like, wow. Like, I'm telling you, it blew my mind. Like, I guess I just never thought that much into it. People say that I like scammed all these people and I like stole all this money from them. No. And, I mean, yeah, I took some Atlas bucks from them, but like I said, I would have flown. Obviously, I own Canada at the time of this video. I have Canada under my belt. I have England under my belt. I have Mexico because I wanted it. I actually flew to Canada twice because someone took Ontario from me and I wanted to go defend it. So, like, I'm not afraid of planes, guys. I wish that I had known. Yes, I'm stupid. I'm a stupid person. When it comes to stuff like that, I got blinded, and I just, I justified it by the whole Pokemon Go thing. I was like, yeah, it's no different than Pokemon Go. It's just a freaking game. To me, it is a game. Like I said, I don't cash out really. Like, I just like to compete. I like to see how my the goal of the game for me is to literally see how much Atlas, how much daily Atlas books I can make from badges. Like, I love that. I don't know. But I never dreamed, the moral of the story, guys, I never dreamed of how many people I'd make mad. And I know in this game, people are going to not like you if you are on the top. Like, because, there's only one person can only be mayor, guys. There's only one person can be the country leader. People think, like I'm this bad person for going and taking countries and stuff. I'm doing it because I want to increase, like literally my goal in the game, like I said, is to increase my badge income. If it increases my badge income, I don't care if I know you or not. Like, and I expect the same from you guys. Like, it's I'm spending the same money everybody else is. Like, yeah, maybe I'm a little bit better off than some people, but like, welcome to mobile games. Like, it in my eyes, there's whales, and then there's mega whales, and there's whales that eat those mega whales. Like, I'm not some huge like stealth is the mega whale here. Like, the reason I have to go out of country to increase my badge income so much is because of stealth. I'm not pointing fingers at stealth. More power to the man. Like, he's a beast. But when you can't beat him, you find a way around him, right? Like, I don't go and take countries just so I can be mean. Like, oh, I'm some mean evil tyrant. I've seen so many people like, oh, I'll never buy a badge of his. Like, I'm actually a pretty nice guy. I mean, I know people probably say that, everybody thinks that about themselves, but I mean, I got a decent amount of friends in Discord and stuff. Like, everyone that knows me, even as the stuff was like coming down hard in March, like when it all first happened, most of them were like, they had my back, and I felt bad for them because they caught a lot of backlash. Because like Reddit, my God, those people hate me. Like, the piranhas feeding frenzy when my name is even like, there's people on Reddit, like I try not to even post in there because if I do, it instantly just gets downvoted. Like, they're like, oh, RainbowUltra. Oh, it said RainbowUltra. I don't care what it says. Downvote. And then all the petitions. Like, if you go to Reddit and search most controversial, like sort it, I'm number one. The petition to ban me. And like, I just want to be. And that's what I told them off. I was like, if these people knew me, like, and they like, I'm a people person. I'm not a BSer or anything like that. Like, I'm a pretty quiet guy. I've always been introvert. Like, I own a Pokemon business. Like, and another little gaming business. Like, I just I just like to be nice. I like to make people happy. I like to play games. That's it. I did make a mistake, huge mistake, but Lord, I did not know. Like, and I hope that you guys get that more now that you're watching this video. And again, anytime I take somebody's stuff, like, I'm not doing it out of malice. I'm just doing it because I want to increase my account. And no one should, guys. This is a game. Like, no one should, in my opinion, hold back taking something if they want to take it. Like, because there's always gonna be somebody else that comes across. And I apologize if people feel that way. But like, like I said, do you think Stealth feels bad that he owns like 10 states in the United States? No, he's just playing the game the way he can, like, to the best of to how it's fun for him. And like, I hope he doesn't feel bad. I mean, he shouldn't. Like, I know that people drop real money on this. Like, if they drop real money on this, they should be dropping it for fun. Just like any other game. Like, I used to play Game of War, Army Men Strike, like a whole slew of them. I dropped real money on it. Did I get mad if I fell asleep and forgot to bubble and got zeroed? They destroyed thousands of my dollars. Literally, it cost me a bunch of money for all the speed ups for the troops and stuff. No, you don't get mad. And if you do, I feel sorry for you, kind of. At the end of the day, it's a game, and you should play to however whatever makes you win. That's what you're supposed to do. It's a game. And Atlas Earth is no different. If you are using Atlas Earth to invest, that's okay. Like, if you're like truly passionate about the game and you feel like you can actually make money someday, free to play players, they can make money all day, but I hate to tell you, the probability of you ever making money in a game like this is pretty low. So the fact that you're saying like I'm stealing and it's mean for me to go and like take these titles away from other countries and stuff, I don't feel that way. Or like, say someone dropped like thousands of dollars and they went and dropped like 6,000 lands in a state, and I went and dropped 8,000. Like I took it from them. Is that mean of me to take that state? Because they're like, oh well, they just invested all this money. They shouldn't. You shouldn't be invested in an app like this. Like it's not. Is there potential to make money back? Absolutely. That's one of the reasons this game is so freaking cool. Like props and shouts to the Atlas team for making something like this. But like I used to dump thousands in games with no intention of getting anything back. It's just for fun, and I have a lot of fun in this game. I used to have a lot of fun playing mini games. That's another subject. I'll touch that briefly because I know some of y'all are probably there was a lot of I don't even, whatever the word is, y'all know what I'm saying. There was a lot of speculation going around after all this spoofing stuff. Well, if he was spoofing, he must be cheating at the minigames because he's so good. No, he was good at the minigames for the same reason that, like, Arn is good, Mr. Everything, Dr. Slim J, all those guys that are, like, I haven't kept up the minigames. I know there's some new top players these days. But I'm good for the same reason they were good. I'm not any better than any of them. Like, I couldn't beat fishing to save my life. I never tried bowling yet. And racer, my God, I used to be good at it, but people just learned to abolish, completely annihilate me on that. I gave up. Like I said, I used to pick that game apart with like spreadsheets and stuff. I can't do it. I don't know how you guys do it. Kudos to you guys. But like the ones like it's cut and dry, I'll sit there and freaking study that stuff. And like literally, I like have like ways. Like I'll try 3-finger, try 2-finger, and that's what I told people. Are like, how are you so good at golf and Warship? I only played Warship a couple times. I only got to play it a couple times because it came out around the time I got banned. But I'm good at it because I practiced it. Like I literally didn't miss a game. Like all those guys, Arn, they'll tell you, like people like to make jokes about how my golfing average was higher. In my opinion, it's not. Like I had a really hard time. I think maybe I just have the ability to, because of the way I look at it as a game. I don't care if I lose really as much as them. Maybe I'm more relaxed. Maybe that helped me. They make jokes about how the only person that doesn't worry when they come up against top players, RainbowUltra, is because like I know I'm gonna hit a 46, 45, whatever. Like, and if I lose, a big deal. It's just Atlas bucks. Like, it's a game at the end of the day. So that's just the way I feel about it. Maybe that helped me with the mini games. That's all I have on that. But why did I stop playing mini games? Because I became a huge PR headache. I don't know if that's the appropriate terminology for the devs. And this is a small team. I know they probably hated my guts. Thank you, devs, if y'all are watching this, for giving me a second chance. I didn't deserve it, but you guys are freaking awesome. And I'm really glad because I really do enjoy this game, and I wouldn't have played again if that went down that way. Most likely, I can say that with a lot of certainty. I probably would not have picked up that torch, especially with all the negativity surrounding my name and stuff. I probably just would have moved on. But since y'all did give me my Atlas bucks back, they gave me, it was like 9,000. They gave me my Atlas bucks my paid Atlas bucks. So they took away everything else. For those that don't know, that was the deal. They approached me in email and was like, hey, we are deleting your account. We do want to know how you got around our anti-spoofing. And I think that's because of and I did tell them, and they did give me my paid Atlas bucks back. That's how I got my paid, and then I went rampant with all that. When I finally got it delivered, I dropped in England and Canada, like on a vacation that I took. So I think that is where this false, like I'm some kind of cyborg hacker, like super smart. I've seen people claim that like I'm like super intelligent, and I'm like really nerdy and know exactly how to spoof, and I'm like bragging about it behind the scenes. No, I literally used it's literally called like Pogo Spoofer. It's a freaking app you download from the Play Store. It's nothing special. I wish that I knew how to make apps and stuff. Like that's my dream job. Like I want to maybe teach myself, like maybe take an online course, because I would absolutely love to be a dev on a game or something like this someday. I find it so intriguing. I love it, and that's something I would like to move towards. But as far as being techie enough to know how to do all that stuff, no, not really. So people are like, "Oh, well, he cheated, he spoofed, so he must know how to cheat in the minigames." How those are related, Pogo Spoofer app's not going to help me with that. And I can sit here and say until I'm blue in the face that I didn't cheat in the minigames, but I stopped playing them just because of the PR. Like I was just touching on that a second ago. Behind it, I didn't want to cause any more headache, and every time I was playing, everyone was getting upset. Even some of my closer friends that I told y'all had my back. Even some of them expressed that they thought that I should stop. So that was kind of the final straw for me. I was like, I guess I'm not gonna. If these people think I'm unworthy, that's fine. I get it. That'll be part of my punishment. That punishment I impose on myself, because Atlas Earth isn't stopping me from playing mini games. To be honest, guys, it took so much time. Between it wasn't just me playing the mini games; it was dissecting and practicing, watching videos. Finding little loopholes or finding any little advantage I possibly could. To just watching these videos and tearing them apart to try to compete with these top dogs in these mini games like Tasty Wallet, or Mr. Everything, all these guys, and Joe. But yeah, so I'd be studying that on times that I wasn't playing, and it just took a lot of time away from family life. That was the only reason me and my wife ever fought. We didn't really fight, but you know what I'm saying. Unhappiness a little bit. Shout out to Tasty Wallet. I know you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I am a lot happier person now. I feel like that I don't play the mini games, and I always thought maybe I'd come back to the mini games one day once I built the community's trust back. I don't know that that'll ever happen. I hope videos like this help. I hope somebody who was questioning who I was, I hope found this video, and I hope it helps them to understand maybe my point of view, and that I'm not some bad guy. I'm not some like genius computer hacker. Like I've seen so many people. Like some people claimed that I literally didn't even pay for the Atlas book. Like I hacked them, and I'm just some hacker. Like I guarantee you. Ask Mod Manning or any of those mods, they'll tell you like I paid for all of my parcels, other than when I got banned anyways. Every one of those are like 100% legit. If I didn't get the money for it, I guarantee you they wouldn't have gave me a second chance. So, and then stuff I paid for after that, I do still spend a little bit these days. I will never, especially now that my account's even bigger. I mean, that doesn't mean anything coming from my mouth. I get it, but. Like you gotta also realize, guys, like they're watching my account like a hawk. Like it's not like I didn't get caught when I went to New Orleans or Los Angeles. I didn't get caught. It's because they wasn't looking at my account. It's like there's not like some AI flag that's like, hey, look at this guy's stuff. It doesn't look good. In my mind, the only reason I got caught is because I did something huge. Like Canada's huge. That's the app's. This is a small team. They're probably excited about Canada. And they probably just went and looked at the logs, and it didn't make sense. Like, how is he here and here? Like, the times that match up. I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm not a techie person. I don't know exactly. I don't understand how they knew for sure I was spoofing. They probably just saw that I was using a stupid app. I don't know. But I do know that I spoofed the same way all 3 times, and they didn't catch me the first 2. It's because they weren't looking at it. They wasn't looking at it. They were curious to see who their new prime minister was in their brand new country, the first country they ever expanded to. And then, oh, yeah, that doesn't look right. Like, if I was some smart, genius person, like a lot of you think that I am, some crazy guru that's like pulling the wool over people's eyes still, then I probably wouldn't got caught in the first place. Like I don't know anything about it. It's like I said, Pogo joystick app out of the Play Store. Like highly don't recommend trying that, by the way. But yeah, if y'all have any more questions, feel free to ask. I hope this helps. And again, one more thing I want to touch on before I go. The videos that I did take down in the beginning, I said that I wasn't sorry. And the reason I said that is because I think it came off the wrong way. That was a fresh video. I just figured I got banned, by the way, so I probably had a little bit of an attitude. Not too much of an attitude, but I said I wasn't sorry because I didn't want to lie and tell people that I was. And I am sorry that I hurt everyone's feelings. Like, I didn't mean to do that. Like, people look at the game a lot different, and I didn't realize at the time how special this game was to them, and that I stepped on that. What I meant by saying that I'm not sorry is that like I didn't feel that I like took a bunch of money from someone like by going and taking LA or something when I knew, I know myself, and I know I would have went and taken it anyways. It would have been. Yeah, maybe they would have been able to bring in another week's worth of income. Like, whatever that means to them, sure. But when I have my eyes set on something, if I can afford it, I'm going to do it. So, and I hope that y'all know that now. Like, I've proven myself. Like, I got in trouble for spoofing in Canada Guess what I did as soon as I got my Atlas bucks back? I went there legitimately. I flew there. I flew to England. No, I don't think anybody can say that I didn't. I mean, there's so much proof, like everywhere on that. And like I said, I'm not even trying. I actually enjoy the traveling. It's really nice to know that there's no other way, and that I just need to go travel. Like, it's fun to travel. You know what I mean? So this game gives me an opportunity to travel. I've never been to Canada before this game. I've never been outside over the ocean before this game, and I went to England and like by myself for 12 days. Like, it was crazy. It's a crazy experience. Like, it was scary, but it was super fun at the same time, seeing a bunch of stuff I'd never seen, like staying in like weird hotels that just like sketchy, walking through sketchy cobblestone old school like stuff at 11 o'clock at night because my train ran late and like no one else on the street. Like, am I going to get mugged? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a crazy experience, but I'm looking forward to more. And I hope this helped clear up some things about me and why people react the way they do when my name is brought up. I wanted to touch on why I took down some of my older posts. I mentioned some earlier YouTube videos. Some of y'all might have heard about them. Where I, like, for example, the one that I came on and my apology video and people are like, he's only apologizing because he got caught. Yeah, I was. Good observation there. But in hindsight, I really am sorry. Like, I wish I would have known. And it's unfortunate that it took what it did to teach me that. But people say that I had some snide remarks, and some of them I apologize. Like, I was in a corner that was a bad day, and then the last mini game I did, I'll go ahead and say, normally in the mini games, like the top 3 players, like we're normally in like a Discord together because like the hardcore mini gamers, like I'll say me, Mr. Everything, and Arn was mostly the ones like at least in like golfing and worship and stuff like that. So we'd always be in Discord together talking, and normally we literally are so high up, and a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about, that no one would compete with us. Like because why compete for 3rd place when fourth place gets no more Atlas bucks than like 25th place. At least that's how it used to be. Maybe still that way. I don't know. I don't keep up with it. But so for that reason, people won't chase us, and we're all like, just us top 3. The guys in Discord, me, Arn, and everything would be fighting it out. And we would stop hours sometimes before the end because we were so high up. We would in Discord make deals, be like, all right, I'll stop here. You can have it, like, let's not waste any more Atlas books, because it is a waste if you just keep playing. There was the last game I did, I think it was Warship. The last game I like actually competed at. And I had a really high score. And a lot of people were like, see, this is proof he's cheating. The reason it was such a high score is because I knew that was going to be my last one. And yeah, I will tell you guys, I was bitter. I've gone through a bunch of emotions with all this stuff. Like telling someone you're sorry and trying to explain it. Have you ever had something that you've been sorry for? Just put yourself in my shoes for just a second. And you say you're sorry a million times, and you're sorry, and you still just get hell for it. It does something to you. Like, it's really, people, when no one's accepting you, and eventually, the only thing as a human you can do is just flip and just be like, whatever, I don't care anymore. And I went through a stage where I was like, screw you all, I hate you. Like, if you hate me, I hate you back. I don't care. I'm just going to play the game how I want. I tried to tell you guys I'm sorry, still ragging on me. So, screw y'all. And that's what that last mini game was. If y'all know what I'm talking about, I think I deleted the Reddit post. I deleted a bunch of old stuff just because I got tired of giving people a platform. It was nothing but negativity. People would just come and just bash me, and I got tired of reading it. Like, I'm not built for that kind of stuff. It's just not my kind of nature to be able to read that stuff and it bounce off of me. I'll be honest with you. It bothers me. So eventually I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take down anything that has to do with Atlas, and I'm just going to go hide in the shadows. And I deleted my old Reddit account because people were like commenting on old stuff that I had said, and they're like, well, that didn't age well, like stuff where I maybe wasn't telling the full truth because of spoofing or whatever the case may be. And I just got tired of all the negativity, so I deleted stuff, and that I made a post. Like I said, I've deleted it. My last Reddit post, or my very first Reddit post that I made on my new Reddit account now, was me saying, yeah, I'm not playing mini games anymore because you guys win. But I went out in style. I kept playing even though I knew I'd win. Mr. Everything and Arn, I had beaten him that time, and they had already agreed to stop playing because they're being smart and saving Atlas bucks. Normally I would have too, but I just wanted everyone to see. I was like, I just wanted to trigger as many people as I could at that time, and some of y'all will know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's fine. But I was kind of a douche in that message, or that first Reddit that I did make. Again, don't go looking for it because I already deleted it, because it doesn't reflect who I am and who I'm trying to be. So. Yeah, if any of you guys watching this are like, yeah, I remember you being a complete douche. You're being fake right now. No, I'm actually being pretty real right now. And I was being fake then. I didn't know what else to do. Like, hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. Like when you're backed into a corner, like eventually you just give up. Like woe is me, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to throw that in there and let you guys know.